My argument is that the same thing that we went through to get to where we are, every other country will go through and will be changed in the way we are. They will maintain their distinctive character as well. France is still France. It's not the same as the United States. But France's path from what France was like in 1800 to what it is today was essentially, in fundamentals, the same path that the United States took to get from where it was in 1800 to where it is today. So when this happens, when every country has become modern, then we'll have a modern world. We will again have a unity. That is, there was a unity before 1800 over time and space. There's disunity now. You have some countries that are modern, some countries who've barely started, and most countries in between following this path.
The second hedge against the claims of realism and the insecurity generated by the enduring structure of the international system is this. Anarchy-bred insecurity leads to the retention of military forces. And even the most modern countries have military forces, although they don't expect to use them against one another, and they are dwarfed by the military forces of the country that provides security for all of them, namely the United States. So military forces are likely to persist under national control even as we move toward modernity. Military forces, by their very existence, create insecurity, but that insecurity, I believe, and have argued elsewhere in books that I have published, can be counteracted, if not neutralized, if all parties make those military forces conform to two principles. The first principle is transparency. Insecurity is reduced when all countries know precisely what forces all other countries have and what they are doing with them at all times. And you will note that the invention of reconnaissance satellites has made a huge difference here. The second governing principle of military forces that reduces insecurity is defense dominance. By this, I mean that military forces are generally configured to defend territory, but not to seize it.
It does seem to me that in the world we're living in, if you believe that the zones of peace are expanding, and I hope that's the case, population is expanding too, and as economies expand, the demand for resources grows. Max, I think, has a hopeful view that technology will keep up with these demands based on past history, and that we will be able to manage the pressure of resources, resource use in this world we live in today. And that, I hope, is true. I actually don't see the evidence just yet. I see that we have been able to use many fewer resources for the kinds of things we do today compared with what we did 200 years ago. But what worries me is situations of irreversibility, and that's really a climate issue. I know Max deals a little bit with the climate. But, you know, if we are making decisions and acting in ways today on the basis not of risk but of uncertainty, we don't know a great deal about what is happening and how we might affect it. It's always possible that we could take decisions or act in ways that cause irreversible damage to our well-being in the future. I don't know what they are, but I think the issue of uncertainty going forward, because we don't know, we're in a new world here in terms of the resource use, and we're moving even further into a new world. You can see it in terms of food security. You can see it in terms of water, energy, and other things, as well as climate. Is that going to be part of a world we live in that might have an impact on our remaining modern and everybody else joining?
In the meantime, and thinking about all this, including all the restless change in motion Max describes, which I think may also be another cause of weakness in the modern project, we'll get tired of it. I was reminded of an old song which captures some of the doubt I have expressed. It is aptly called As Time Goes By. And I thought I might close by quoting and emphatically not singing one stanza. It's still, perhaps this is the, I think of it now after Professor Mandelbaum's remarks as the updated version of Thucydides. It's still the same old story, a fight for love and glory, a case of do or die. The fundamental things apply as time goes by. Thanks.